In this video, you will be introduced to Adobe Flex Builder, an environment for Adobe Flex and Adobe Air application development. This tool is based on the Eclipse Open Development Platform and is available for Mac OS X and Windows operating systems. Both the standard and professional versions of Adobe Flex Builder 3 are designed to improve your programming efficiency. The Flex Builder Standard Edition provides powerful coding tools like color coding, statement completion, code collapse, and an interactive step-through debugger. The code refactoring engine allows developers to quickly navigate, restructure, and rename references to classes, methods, or variables. A rich visual layout tool allows a developer to quickly position, skin, and style his components by changing component properties or CSS styles. For developers who are also creating Adobe Air applications, Flex Builder provides all the tools necessary to build, debug, package, and sign Adobe Air applications. Programmers can also use built-in wizards to create back-end code for Java, ASP.NET, Adobe ColdFusion, and Air. Adobe Flex Builder 3 Professional Edition starts with all the features in the Standard Edition and adds more features for the power user. Programmers can use the data visualization features to create interactive, rich charting dashboards that support multiple axes and the drawing API. The advanced data grid component can be integrated into applications to provide users with an enhanced way to explore complex data. Memory and performance profilers allow developers to monitor and analyze memory consumption and CPU cycles, while support for automated testing tools improves efficiency. When you first open Flex Builder, you will be presented with the Flex Start page, which provides you with links to tutorials and other useful resources. You can always double-click on a tab in Flex Builder to maximize its display. If you close the Flex Start page and would like to go back to it, select Help, Flex Start page. Notice the Eclipse icon on the right side of the screen. I'm clicking on it to access more information about the technology. The Eclipse Foundation is an open-source, nonprofit organization that focuses on providing a vendor-neutral development platform and application framework for building software. Flex, Java, C++, and ColdFusion are just a few of the hundreds of languages that have Eclipse-based tools. Developers who already use Eclipse will want to purchase the plug-in version of Flex Builder to add Flex development functionality to their environment. The standalone version of Flex Builder is ideal for developers who only intend to use Eclipse for Flex. However, plugins for ColdFusion, Java, and other languages can be added to the standalone configuration. The entire Eclipse interface is called the Workbench. In this case, the Workbench is running the Flex Builder plugin, which provides all of the tools and panels that you need for Flex development. The Flex Builder Workbench includes four main components: menu bar, toolbar, views, and perspectives. The menu bar gives you access to all of the commands in Flex Builder. The most common Flex Builder actions are provided as buttons in the toolbar. Panels in Flex Builder are called views. The four that are shown here, Flex Navigator, Outline, Problems, and Editor, are the default views. The most common views are accessible in the window menu. You can choose other views to select other views by category. The Flex Navigator view shows projects and files. Each project in Flex Builder represents one Flex application. This example shows you 5 projects. The first project is open and the other 4 are closed. To open or close a project, simply right-click on it and select the appropriate option. Once a project is open, you can drill into it to see the files. The main coding area is called the editor. Each code file that is open will appear in its own editor tab. Notice, by default, the editor shows you the source or coding mode. Click the Design button to switch to the visual display of the code. In Design mode, you can manipulate components interactively. In this example, I'm selecting the text natural and lining it up with the panel below it. Notice the blue lines that appeared to guide me relative to other components on the screen. You can also use the Flex Properties panel to modify the component properties. In this example, I will change the color of the natural text from dark blue to dark green. You will see the change reflected immediately in the visual display. When you click on the button to return to source mode, the code for the last component you had selected in design mode will be highlighted. If you would like to select another element in your code, click on one of the shortcut links in the Outline view. As the name implies, this view shows an outline of the code in the selected editor view. Simply click on the desired element to jump to it in the editor view. Flex-Builder can be set to automatically compile your application by selecting the Project menu and then Build automatically. The advantage of this setting is that every time you save, you will be presented with any compilation errors immediately. Notice that unsaved files will show an asterisk before the name in the Editor tab. When I save the file, the asterisk will disappear and any compile time errors will appear in the Problems tab. In this case, the errors suggest that an embedded image cannot be located. You can double-click on the error message to quickly locate the problem code. In this example, the directory has an extra letter D. When I correct this and save the file, the compile errors will disappear. The views in the Flex-Builder workbench can be configured into perspectives, which are usually organized based on common tasks. To switch between perspectives, you can click the Open Perspective button and select a different perspective. The Flex Debugging perspective organizes views in the optimal configuration for debugging purposes. You can create or modify perspectives using the options in the Window Perspective submenu.